Welcome back to IGN's E3 live show, streaming at you on e3.ign.com and youtube.com/E3. Now, it's been around 2 years since the ultra-stylish Splinter Cell Conviction. Sam's seen a bit of a makeover since then, so let's take a look at the brand new Splinter Cell.
Thanks, Naomi. My name is Mitch Dyer. I'm an associate editor at IGN, and I'm here with Maxime Bellon, Ubisoft Toronto's creative director on Splinter Cell Blacklist. How you doing?
I'm great.
I bet your game looks great. You've got to be really excited, right?
Yeah.
It's like showcase star of the Microsoft conference.
Yeah, thank you. I'm super happy about the game. I'm super proud of the team back in Toronto, right? It's our first game that we've made at Ubisoft Toronto, so it's really exciting to be here, and the feedback has been amazing. So
awesome. Let's take a look.
All right.
So the first thing I notice here, broad daylight. Not something that Splinter Cell is really known for.
Well, exactly. I mean, when we started on the project, we started to reflect on Sam being a spy, and what became clear when we were talking and brainstorming is that Sam is not just a spy, but he's a special operative, right? He can do a lot of things. He can do everything, right? He's not just the guy that like hides in the shadows, goes in, and can extract some information and go out. Of course, he can do that. And in Blacklist, we're going to have missions that do that. But there's a lot more things that Sam can do. And that's what we tried to show a little bit here with our E3 demo. Sam can go in, you know, disguised as a terrorist. We can infiltrate an enemy compound. He can do all these things. So we're really trying to showcase a lot of variety in the game.
Great. Mark and Execute, obviously back from Splinter Cell Conviction.
Yeah, exactly. And now, I think what's interesting with Mark and Execute is that you can also do it in motion, right? It's part of what we call killing in motion, which is kind of a philosophy we have with the game, where not only can you do all your, the classic end-to-end kills that you can do in Mark and Execute, but now you can do it in motion. So we're really trying to make Sam, a lot more fluid in his actions.
Great. We got the first look at the knife there. The knife making its return since Double Agent.
Chaos Theory. Actually.
Chaos Theory.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Well, it's a new knife. It's a karambit, right? So it's a curved blade. I think it's very interesting because it's because of Sam's play style. When he's in combat, we've added some abductions. Alex is going to do an abduction really soon. Abductions are when you're in cover and there's an enemy that comes in. You grab him and you kill him, or knock him out you're in cover. And I think what's cool is, thanks to the curved blade, it can act as a hook. You can hook your enemies and bring them. And you can also cut fabric.
Back again. Now, what is this? Is this running on a modified version of the Splinter Cell Conviction engine, or has this moved over to a different engine?
Yeah, it's the same. Splinter Cell has shipped with the same engine since day one. So as soon as we started at Ubisoft Toronto, we knew that we wanted to put a lot of efforts on the graphics, obviously on the technology. So we have an amazing team that's been working really hard on the graphics. Another thing we wanted to do, we talked about daylight, but I think it's good to have daylight in the game because it feels refreshing also to see Sam in daylight. That's a Mozambique drill right there to end the killing in motion.
So this is the most efficient we've ever seen Sam. He's very fast, he's very capable, more so than ever. He was very capable in Conviction, but now he can mark and execute, he can do it on the fly, he can hop over objects, he can climb very, very quickly. What was the motivation for kind of bringing him up to like a faster level of being of that predator that he was becoming in Conviction?
Well, what we're trying to do is really about expanding the range, right? I was talking about Sam being a special operative, and we're really expanding the range on both sides. There's I think the first feature we coded when we arrived at Ubisoft Toronto was actually dragging dead bodies.
Right.
That was a no-brainer. We knew we had to bring it back. So we're really expanding the range on both sides, and then I think what's interesting is with the game, you're going to be facing a lot of variety in what you have to do, and you're going to be able to choose the type of way you want to play to win against those encounters.
Now, during the Microsoft press conference, we got to see a look here at the Kinect functions. Can you give me an idea of how that works in the context of the whole game?
Yeah, we're showing two Kinect functions. The first one is distract the enemies, right? So with Kinect, you just say, "Hey, you." And then it's gonna distract the enemy. He's gonna come to investigate. So you can use that to attract them somewhere, and then you can flank. You can avoid them if you want. And then the other feature that we've got I think it's really cool because now the context has changed for Sam. He's not just an agent, but he's also the leader of Fourth Echelon, right? And with becoming the leader, well, you've got a team at your disposal. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to have Fourth Echelon moments in the game where you're able to, Alex is going to do it soon, where you're going to be able to call in the help of your team. And it's all going to be, again, it's all going to be about variety. So here what we're showing is Grim is taking control of the UAV that's in the air, and she's taking out a tactical truck that's there to help Sam. And at that moment, Alex just needs to say, Grim now, and that triggers it.
It's very fast-paced. It's very similar to past Splinter Cell games, but it's also to Conviction more specifically. But it's also bringing a lot of old Splinter Cell back. Was that obviously something on your minds, just kind of bringing the past back rather than continuing to separate it from the past?
Well, I think for me, it's all about the range and all about giving the player the choice to play the way he wants, right? It's your game, you bought it, you play the way you want. So I think if you imagine a range of action and stealth. The first Splinter Cell games were very action and stealth, so stealth is here. So like the first Splinter Cell games were really, really stealth, right? And then I think on Conviction we kind of like brought it a little bit more action. And now what we're trying to do is really expand that range so that you can play stealth if you want, you can play action if you want. It's really your choice.
Great. Fiber optic cable. It's a bit of an upgrade from Sam's busted mirror in Conviction. Now this looks oddly like a interrogation that we would have had in Conviction, but it's a cinematic. Are you bringing those back, the interrogations and the abductions from the past? Yes,
exactly. The interrogations are back. This is a demo that we don't show the interrogation, but we're showing an interrogation here at E3. So maybe I'll show it to you later. But so yeah, interrogations are back. I think what's interesting this time around is that again, variety. All the interrogations are going to be different, but also what we want to do is we want you. I mean, we're a very mature game, and we're playing with very mature themes, and we want to put the player in the foots of Sam in those moments, and really have him reflect on what does that mean to interrogate someone, and what type of interrogator would you be, right? So the one we're showing right now at E3, Sam uses the karambit to give some pain to the guy to get some questions, and then once the guy answers, we give the player a choice, a moral choice. Do you kill the guy or don't you? Right? And there's no gameplay linked with that. That was a big discussion we had with Pat Redding and the other guys on the team. Like, we want to have morality questions for the player. We want to like touch those subjects, but at the same time, we don't want to have it in a form of gameplay where you're kind of like playing a game where if I do this, I'm going to get some money. If I don't do that, I'm not going to get some money, right? Because as soon as you attach a reward, the player is going to min-max his way out of it, right? So our idea is that if you want to have true moral choices in the game, they cannot be linked to gameplay. So here, what we're showing is like the guy just told you everything you needed to know. What do you do? Right? And no one's going to know what you did, right? So it's not like Grim's going to give you, shit later on or anything, right? So it's going to be what I hope is that after those interrogations, players will be talking between each other saying, hey, what did you do? Oh, really? Why? Why did you do that? Right? Oh, he's a bad guy. I felt like it. No, that's not okay. That's wrong. So.
But there is that new money system. Can you give us just an idea of like what the overall reward will be?
Yeah, well, I mean, what we want to do is we want to have an economy system that's transversal to all our game modes. So regardless if you're playing single player, co-op, or Spy versus Mercs, you're going to be earning some money that you can use after that to upgrade and customize Sam and Paladin, the plane.
Right on, great. Max, thank you very much for stopping by.
Thanks a lot.
That's Splinter Cell Blacklist. If you want more on the Ubisoft Toronto's debut game coming out 2013?
Yes.
2013. Keep it locked to IGN.com. Back to you, Naomi.
Thanks for that look, guys. Sam is looking as hot as always. And speaking of hot, character makeovers, Lara Croft is coming back with a vengeance in our next exclusive demo. Exclusive means that you won't see it anywhere else, so sit yourself right down and get ready for Tomb Raider.